Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel, Swish Life Garage. And today got a new little project going on. This project is actually for my dad. And what we're going to be doing is rebuilding an automatic transmission on a Honda Accord. Now to be honest, I never rebuilt a transmission, whether it be manual or automatic. So this should be a cool little project and we're going to learn. And you guys will learn through me. And so if I mess up, you guys don't gotta mess up, right? Okay, so my parents drive this Accord. Transmission is slipping real bad. They stopped using the car because it's just really slipping real bad. So at any time, it's just really going crap out. Let me show you guys the car and let's get right to it. Right here it is. Here's a Camaro as well. More work is on the way. Just wait for it. So this Accord is like a 99 or 2000. I'm not sure on the year, to be honest. Here's what we're working with. It's a little single cam, little F23 A1 2.3 VTEC automatic transmission. And yeah, pretty much crap. But I mean, overall, the car has like 135,000 miles. Let me do a quick walk around real quick so you guys know what we're working with. Real clean base model. Clean interior. You know. Back seats. Real clean. Real clean car, but you know, little scuffs here and there. It's real dirty right now, but overall, real clean car all around. Let's get right to this. You know, what we're going to be taking off is we're going to be taking off the battery, take off the air box with the tube. You know, just get everything out of the way so we have a good spot to work in. Just, you know, clear things up a little bit here. My plan is to just drop the transmission by itself, keep the engine in here. Probably gonna have to take off this subframe. We'll see as we go, but so far just clear everything on the top side and then we'll get to the next part.
Chuki beef.
Alright, so real quick overview of what I've done. Taking off the intake and the tubing, taking out the battery and the tray, got the reservoir still hanging here, undid all the sensors here, right here. You know, just follow the wires, loosen them up, you know, moved everything off to the side, all sensors here, plugs all done. There's also a plug sensor over here. And yeah, that's up to this point. Moved the distributor off to the side. And everything is done from the top side. Also, I took off the hubcaps and loosened the CV joint right here. It's all loosened up. As well on the other side. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift it up. Alright, so the cord is all jacked up. I'm going to take this splash shield off. Goes all the way across to the other side and a little bit up like the fender well area. Take that out. Drain the oil out the transmission. And the bracket to get rid of, you gotta take that off. And then it will expose the torque converter. Put your car in neutral so you can turn the torque converter to get the bolts. so far what I've done, I took off the other side, the suspension, and took out the CV axle. Basically loosen the bolt that goes here on the fork, the suspension fork, and then have the bolt and the nut loose right here on the bottom of the fork, and loosened up the ball joint here, the lower ball joint. I know it's not zooming all correctly, but I gotta get this side out loosened up already. Alright, and this side has already been taken out. As you guys can see, got the ball joint out, you also have to take the pin out. The fork here, taken out. And so all you gotta do to get the lower ball joint out is to put the jack with the nut still on the lower ball joint. Hit the jack, it'll push the suspension up and pop that ball joint out. You might need to hit it with a hammer, but this side came out pretty easily. Let me show you guys how to do the other side.
Chuki beef.
Alright, so right now I just disconnected the front engine mount with this long bolt that's in there. So disconnect it from the subframe. And gotta remove the subframe. Got bolts here, 3 bolts over there. You guys can see it right there. And the same, 1 in front and 3 in the rear. Have to take off this radius bar here, because to allow the transmission to drop easily, the subframe will be out the way also. Believe it should just be connected to the engine, and obviously the transmission mount here. Almost out, but let me get this out the way real quick. Alright, so I actually had to take off both radius bars on the left and right side to get the subframe off, to let it fall easily. I had to take 2 clips off. I believe this is for power steering, for the cooler. 2 clips holding it, and of course those bolts. So got that off. There's the radius bars, axles, forks. And here's a subframe, and this right here is supposed to be like a vibration dampener. Some people take it off, probably, I don't know, it's probably save like 5 pounds if anything. This side as well. All left to do now is take off the transmission bolts, take off the mount, and it should fall with no problems. So get to that, and hopefully we'll have this thing out. transmission is out. The bolts I had to take off. There was like 2 bolts right here, and here they are. 2 bolts like that. Another bolt, it was right here on the back of the block, so it's kind of hard to see because it's next to the support for the intake. And there's 2 little bolts right here, but they're pretty long here on the back. Also, you can see it when you get underneath. Bolts right here, here, here. And I didn't have to take off the starter. I thought I did, but it's not attached to the engine at all. And here's that bolt that goes on the back of the block right here. So in total there will be 5 bolts underneath that you have to take off, and a total of 4 bolts on the top side you have to take off. And of course, taking off the mount. I also had to take off the cooler lines for the transmission here. And torque converter came out with it, but I have it inside the garage already. And I also have a jack supporting the engine for now. And next we'll get onto taking this apart.